Go to the pledge.
Sure.
Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, what? About 30 minutes.
You good or Todd or am I? I don't know who just
said.
I'll be more official if you go. Yeah, I'm close.
Something, somebody has to do. All right, so these are the finalists for the proposal for the architectural services for the design of a new elementary school.
Well, why don't we start? So I'd like to say really thank you for this opportunity to have us here. So we are, I'll say, learning educational designers when it comes down to really, learning about how education works, exploring that really and building that environment for our K-12 students. So, really been investing, to be honest, all our lives in really developing that. So with that, looking at your project and your RFP, these are some of the things that we seen as a project requirements. So for example, you're concerned with how to develop, more the educational environment that fits the 21st century, right? We heard a lot about cost efficiency in building the new building. We heard about, how to make sure that it fits and represent the Raymond community. So things like that, and budget optimization is a big thing. So knowing that, we really narrowed this down to 3 priorities, and we pulled the team together and built a team around that. So the first one is really about education planning. So to address that topic, we brought Suzanne and Kristen. They're the A-Lab certified educational planner. So they'll help out with that portion of the project. The other one is really designing a high-performing K-12 facility design. So Ash McGraw, that's what we do. We've been around for 30 years, and we have about 20 staff that has over 20 years of experience just in the K-12 design. And the way we develop our projects is really finding authentic and unique way, and it's something that's very resilient for your community to really enjoy and last. And third one is, this is something that we really try to drive hard. It's really about designing to best value. So the construction cost is going up, the value tail is really unpredictable. So how do we create a strategy and framework to develop the best value? So at the end of it, you get something that you really enjoy, but it is cost efficient and cost effective. So that's why we brought Jim from Skanska. He's a construction expert and construction manager. So we'll have him involved from the beginning of the project, building really that framework. So with that, here's a team. So again, my name is Kelvin. I'm from Ash McGraw. I've been with Ash McGraw for 23 years. I'll be the principal in charge, but I'll also be the project manager, leading the whole team, and I'll be the daily contact with you all. Sam's gonna be the project architect, and she'll really lead the developing the design concepts, documenting it, and executing through the construction administration, and she'll really coordinate the entire design work with our team. I'm gonna go to Vazen, introduce Suzanne and Christian. So Suzanne is Vazen's owner, education planner, architect, and interior designer. She has everything. Christian is also certified A-Lab education planner, but also an architect. And we do realize how important to develop the program. So they're going to really kind of drive hard on developing the community engagement, stakeholder engagement, and really make sure that both community and the education planning side is working together as a right fit. Jim Burrow, I introduced Jim. So he's from Skanska. So we didn't have him in the proposal, but looking at your project requirement, we thought that it's really important to have him from the beginning, especially getting ready for the pre-bond vote. So Jim's gonna really walk through what the framework is later. We have Chris. So Chris is from Bobas. So we do know that project does require strategy and really kind of looking at how the building sits, how to deal with the floodplain. So Chris is gonna really kind of bring his knowledge built in the region. Unfortunately, we didn't have a couple members with us, so Matt Ellis. We brought Matt from Ellis Strategy, so he's gonna help out with the public relations. So when we go out to a vote, that we have everything kind of ready to and then package it correctly. And Susan's gonna talk about that a little more. And then Richard is gonna be helping us with really developing the building to be a high-performing building, and we'll talk about that a little later. So with that, rather than going through every single topic, we thought that we come up with 5 questions, and we really kind of frame our presentation around that 5 questions and walk you through that. So if you have any other additional questions, jump in, but we'll kick off with the first question. Kristen?
I get to start with the fun stuff. What I think is the fun stuff. And so, of course, how do you create the program and how do you involve stakeholders in that process? So I spent a lot of time looking through all the Philanthropy Elementary School website and just getting to know the culture. And one thing that really stuck out to me is the vision to really provide a safe environment, support students' social and emotional growth. What does that look like as a learning environment? What does that mean to be inside the classroom? How does it make you feel? How do we really promote that using different furniture typologies and layouts? What does it mean to empower and challenge? What does that look like and feel like in a building? So these are the types of things that we want to be exploring as part of the educational visioning and making sure that we're doing the best fit to really customize and help the students evolve and thrive. And then finally, inspire creativity, risk-taking, discovery, humor, that was my favorite, and a passion for learning. What does that look like as a learning environment? So starting at the beginning, we want to do we always start with the stakeholder mapping process. Our first design challenge is to design a process with you that works for you and your community. So we want to understand and create an arc of engagement that is, who are all of the stakeholders that we want to involve and in what way? So what is that kind of broad, light touch, keep everyone informed? Who has really specific areas of knowledge in a focused way, for example, on athletics that we want to be continuing to have conversations with over time, but don't need to be a part of every detailed, how many art classrooms do we need, for example? And then sustained. So who are our key decision makers for which different component of the project that can really serve as a through line for us to make sure that we're staying on track every step of the way. So my personal favorite part of that is always working with educators and school administration to really understand what the vision is and how are we supporting these learners in a clear and intentional way. And we have a variety of methods in our toolkit to do that and always focus on making it really fun and accessible to be built